Hey guys, welcome to AceTivity Labs. I'm so excited that you're here to join me because today I will be talking about the 5 simple strategies to reading more books. As you guys most likely already know, the more you read, the more knowledge you will have on any topic you choose to read about, which is very important not only for yourself, but for the career and interest you're in. And if you were to read more fiction, your creativity easily will go up. If you haven't done so already, please follow us on all our social media accounts for tips and tricks in the art of productivity and improving your overall performance. Okay, and with that out of the way, let's go on to our number 1 tip for reading more books. So the number 1 tip I can give you is to read more books during your dead time. Dead times is those small parts throughout the day where you have nothing to absolutely do. If you're like me, you probably don't have much time throughout the day to just sit down and read. However, you can make up small pockets of time throughout the day to listen to a book of your choice that adds up over time. For example, when you commute to work or school, either on a car or a bus, you can be listening to an audiobook of your choice instead of checking dank memes for 10 minutes. And overall, you'll be surprised by how much this adds up over time. Let's say you listen to your book 20 minutes a day for 5 days. You have just spent 100 minutes listening or reading your book. And the beauty of this is how you don't have to spend any more extra time reading than you already have, because the time for you going to school or for you going to work is already going to be spent. So you don't have to spend any more extra time. Or in other words, I call it dead time. Apply this simple habit to your life and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Number 2. Make reading a routine. What I mean here is to read at the same time in the same place every day until it becomes a subconscious routine. For example, before you go to bed, you can spend those 30 minutes in bed reading. Or when you wake up, you can spend 10 minutes of your morning reading on the couch or on a comfortable chair. The beauty here is that these small routines can be easily implemented into your life at certain areas and times throughout the day, which reading can be the most beneficial. Over time, these reading routines can give out massive results on what you do. However, reading for only 20 minutes a day is not enough. Consistency here is key, because the more you read, the more it'll add up, and the more likely it'll become a habit. For example, let's say you read 25 pages a day in a week. That will be 175 pages. And in a year, that will be 9,100 pages. Yeah, whoa. The third tip is to bring your book everywhere you go. Not only will this make reading easy and accessible, but it'll start to build up that 5-minute reading habit over time, as I talked about in the routine. For example, if your reading environment is in your bed, as it is for me, you need to remove all electronics, your phone, and any other distractions that can pull you away. Then you need to make sure that your environment is filled with books that are accessible and easy to read when the time comes. By making it easy to read in your environment, you will see an overall increase in reading times throughout the day. One final tip I can give you to reading more books is to make a book plan. It's an interesting phenomenon I observe, that when you like the books that you are reading, you are more likely to read it and read it more. This might sound like common sense, but many people choose books that they realize they don't like, but they still read it. If you don't like the book you're reading and see absolutely no worth in reading it, stop reading it. You should not read books that you just don't want to read. A simple way to avoid this trap is to make a book plan. Research and find reviews and synopsis on which books will suit you the most so you don't run into this book trap. Well, that's about it for this video. Thank you so much for stopping by, and if you haven't checked out our other videos and our social media, please do that in order to gain more insight on productivity, tips and tricks to improve your overall success and your performance. That's it for today, and have an amazing day. Goodbye.